Hey friends, it's Teresa here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a process video for the Color Rush Studio creative team, having a play with the Celebrate December 2024 kit. This month is all about celebrating all the things. This is called the Celebrate kit, and these are the items that I have pulled from the kit to use in my layout. Today, I have 3 photos printed from a 7-year-old birthday party for River back in 2014. And so these are the things I've chosen. I really was excited about this scalloped glitter blue border. So went ahead and pulled that out and a couple of pattern papers, which you can see. My plan is to use the bubble paper as the background, as a border, and then the pink hearts as the inset to the border. And then the numbers I want to use as well, but I'm not quite sure how yet. So I also have the wood pieces, pieces that are part of the add-ons this month. And then the alphabet set from American Crafts, the frazzles, which are eternally adorable. And I just went through and pulled some of the ephemera here from the ephemera pack, mostly the ones that are in the pink color, and also the adorable bubbles, because I want to repeat the bubble theme throughout the layout within the frame as well. So I'm going to cut down the pink hearts pattern paper here, again, to use as the inset for the scallop border. And so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. Let me get things straight so I can make sure that it's at least somewhat straight on my layout. It ended up being 9.5 inches square, and then adding the adhesive to the back of the blue glitter scallop border and layering that right down as well. And look how cute. This looks great already. You might be able to hear my dog is playing with her new squeaky toy. And so if you're hearing that, I hope it makes you smile today. She is having her best, living her best life playing with that squeaky toy. So 3 photos here, and there are a couple of photos that I chose from this day. I don't know about you guys, but with 4 kids, there were a couple of years that every birthday party was at Chuck E. Cheese. So I have a ton of Chuck E. Cheese birthday parties to Scrapbook. I love every one of them, cherish every one of those parties that we were able to have, and love them so much. I did wash out the photos just a little bit and blur the backgrounds because there's so much color and so much happening in those photos. But I also took the cue for the layout from the activity in those photos. And so as I'm planning out here how I want to lay the embellishments and things out, I'm still including a ton of color and texture and depth and dimension here all around within the space of this scallop border, directly on top of the pink hearts. And I love this so much. I love the feeling of activity and the feeling of excitement going on, carrying that feeling into the layout itself. So I feel like I've got a pretty good handle here of how I want to lay everything out. Basically what I'm doing is cascading the bubbles down across the layout on the left-hand side, going over to the lower right-hand side. And I'm just using my Tombow liquid glue here, the mono glue, and kind of laying everything out pretty haphazardly, actually, throwing out design concepts, breaking the rules today, and just throwing all the fun things at it. And there's a couple of clusters that you can see developing. Beside the left-hand photo is the bubble, the cake piece, the arrow, the little bow, some more glitter in there. Then the cluster with the present and the wood present and the bubble again, and the little square with, check that out, more circles within that little wood square with the balloon doggy, and a couple of more bubbles with that cluster, and then a little cake here, adding some whimsy to that little cluster right there in the bottom. And then at the top of the page, so creating a visual triangle here at the top of the page, another chevron arrows, the wooden birthday hat, and another bubble up there. As I was trying to think about where I want to put my title and what words do I want to use for my title, and I haven't quite decided. I know I want to use those colorful alphabets. I adore these alphabets, and I think that they're a must-have alphabet set right now. So by all means, grab this collection because they go perfect. They go absolutely perfect with the blue glitter border here and the other blue glitter elements that are in the kit. So this is a fun little technique that I actually forgot about, but it's just simple folding a strip of pattern paper, adding glue to the back of it, and adding it onto your layout, and just pressing it down there, allowing that glue to set for a few seconds. And then you have these cute little folds here, just a little bit of pattern paper here, and I'm going to do the same thing. Listen, if you're not a seamstress, if you don't use a sewing machine or don't even own one, this is a great way to use the frazzles. Just lay down your strip of glue and fold it right on top of your glue like that and let it dry. Now, I have everything set onto the layout here except for the title and the journaling. So I've figured out that the bubbles and the clusters kind of visually fill the right hand side of the layout. And so to balance this out on the left hand side, I'm going to do my title. The happy goes in a half circle around the top, and then 7th birthday will go in a half circle around the bottom. And I'll go ahead and lay the alphabet, or lay out the letters on the page. Say that 3 times. Lay out these letters on the page and then sort of refine their position. When I'm doing these titles, I just lay it down very lightly. Don't fully adhere it down. And they did pull up pretty easily off of the page within the first few minutes. And then they're adhered permanently once I had them set in place. I'm going to do my little date stamp here for August of 2014. So hard to believe how long ago that was. But here we are. River's now 17, so 10 years later. But just quickly adding the journaling here directly to the pattern paper right there by the title. And then I'm calling this layout done. What a fun celebratory layout this was. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will have links down below for how you can subscribe to the Color Rush Studio kit. And as always, I'll see you back here again real soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.